Yeah, right. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Okay, I want you to revisit for a while this graph of x squared and modulus x. What can we say about these two graphs? I mean, what kind of relationship? Is a one-to-one? It's a
Zero.
many-to-one. It's a many-to-one graph. Many-to-one, what does it mean? It's a function, but it doesn't have inverse. Now, what does it mean by it doesn't have inverse? I didn't explore that question yet. Because if you try to inverse it, this graph heading, can you see? It becomes this graph. What type of graph is this? It's a one to many. Cert is this way, but this one is a negative cert as well. Okay? This graph is one to many. What do we say about one to many? Not a function. So not a function technically means it doesn't have inverse as well. It's not an inverse. So same thing goes to modulus. Many to one. If you inverse it, it becomes one to many, which is not a function. So this is what happened when I said many to one function doesn't have an inverse. Understand? But the exam question can be quite crafty, can be quite devilish. Now it asks you this question: what is the domain? Okay, wait one moment. What's the domain for this guy?
Real numbers.
Or real numbers, or negative infinity until infinity. Alright? It has orange, or real numbers. The exam question is going to ask you this type of question: what is the domain for this function to has an inverse? It's different type. Okay? Alright, first and foremost, where are they symmetrical? This is y. If you would, yeah, this is y, but y0 is here. X is 0 is here. X1, X2, X3, X negative 1, X negative 2. So X0 is here. So we can say right now, X is equals to 0 is your symmetrical. Or if you want me to be more exact, symmetrical line. Okay? So I can split this graph into two parts. What I'll have is this. We're doing for modulus, right? This is the right side, this is the left side. Now what's the domain for this? 0 to infinity. Now, does 0 included?
Yes.
Answer is yes. So the domain is 0 to infinity. Infinity is open bracket. What about 0? Close bracket. Next question. What about this? What's the domain of this guy?
Negative infinity to 0.
Infinity and 0. 0 included or not?
Included. Yes.
The answer is yes. And people ask, hey sir, how can both of them be included, sir? Because we are talking about totally two different graphs. We are splitting them at the 0 parts, symmetrical line. So now, what type of graph is this? 1 to 1, 1 to 1. Is it a function?
Yes.
Does it have an inverse?
Yes.
Yes, right now. How does this inverse look like? Alright, so this is the first one. A bit here on the right. The second one, you want on the down. Normally, if I were you in exams, when they ask us, okay, draw the new graph of when they have an inverse, I draw both and I flip both, and I need to be very careful which is which. Right? You might miss things up. So this one, the inverse will be things on the right. This one will be the things on the down. So be very careful. So if there is a question like this, I think it's in the tutorial number 13. Okay, it's number 13 and 14. I think I go number 14 first. Number 14, your function is x minus 1 modulus. X is 0, 1. This is the function graph. Here's the 1. What's the domain?
Real number. Real number.
Or real number, negativity, infinity, and infinity. Now let me change the question. The x minus 1 modulus, okay? What is the symmetrical line? X equals to 1. It's a symmetrical line. That's a help question. Now, what is the domain for this function to has an inverse? What's the domain for this function to has an inverse? Negative infinity until 1. 1 until infinity. The negative infinity until 1. You're going to have two answers. Is it closed or open? Both of them are closed. And yes, you need to put the or there. Don't put union. Yeah, you can say union the same thing, sir, but I'm just trying to say that this is one function, this is another. This is one set of functions, that's another set of functions. Right? Understand? Now, the question, there's another crafty questions. Don't worry about that. No, that's right. Right. Yeah, mistakes happens for you. You were given these two graphs. X squared plus 1, and the one is x minus 1, square root of x minus 1. And the question asks this question. The question asks this question. Here is the question. What is the domain for this guy? For this is the inverse of this. Right now, this is the inverse of this. Sort of, kind of, but this is currently is many to 1. Many to 1 does not have the inverse. Now, what's the domain for this guy? For this guy to be the inverse. The right side or the left side? Are you sure? I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure. if I ever encounter this question, raise up my hand in the exam or ask for a piece of paper and I draw it. Okay? So we know this one, it goes to the right. It's on the right side, not on the left. Not it's up, not down. So let's be more precise. Right. I'm writing down the right and left. One more time. Pick your answers. Is it right give you this or left give you this?
Right.
Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's on the right. Okay? If I'm in exam hall, that's how I solve this question. You ask for a piece of paper, you draw this. The answer is on the right. Say it as loudly as possible so your friend behind start copying your answers. Okay, alright, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much. Be careful for this type of question, alright? This normally the advanced question, the D and E. Okay, thank you. That's all. Please share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.